Sal Stewart is complaining with third base umpire Chandler Durham.
There it goes.
Wow, what a weird play that was.
It was.
Good evening and welcome to Whose Out Is It Anyway? Come on down, let's have some fun.
Into the room as the pitch is grounded to first, could be a double play. The second for one, Howard back to first, and the runner that was out.
Setting the scene, minor league game between the Lookouts and Smokies. Top of the seventh, runner on first, none out.
Could be a double play. The second for one, Howard back to first, and the runner that was out dove back to first base.
A question from Paul on the Close Call Sports Patreon, joined today to support the channel, concerns this part of the play.
It might have been interfered with these. I think both of them are going to be out here. And now the second guy's tagged out. He came off the bat.
To recap, batter hits a ground ball to first base, not caught. First baseman throws to second to force out the runner from first.
Pitch is grounded to first, could be a double play. The second for one, Howard back to first. And the runner that was out dove back to first base.
As the runner dives back to first, the throw comes into first. First base umpire signaling safe because the batter runner touches first base before the throw gets there.
Murray dropped the ball. I think both of them are going to be out here. And now the second guy's tagged out. He came off the bat.
The batter incorrectly assumes he's out, so he steps off the bag going back to the dugout and then gets tagged out for a double play.
Sal Stewart is complaining with third base umpire Chandler Durham.
16 Stewart is out on the force play. 11 Rodriguez is out on the tag after.
Instead of
Daddy.
the first baseman B.J. Murray tagging the bag, he went to second.
Stewart froze, thinking the line drive might be caught. It was not, so that might have confused his own teammate.
And it caught everybody by surprise, so Murray dropped the ball. It might have been interfered with.
This is not interference on Stewart because the retired runner continuing to advance or return is not by that act alone guilty of confusing, hindering, or impeding the fielders.
Rodriguez is like, well, we can't have two guys on the bag. He got off the bag, and he was tagged out.
So does that go down as a 3-6-3 double play?
So to Paul's question, let's talk about what the first base umpire did and was there anything different that could have been done?
Murray kind of just stayed with it.
The first thing we see from first is a fair ball mechanic. That's correct. It was fair. What happens next is the play at second and then the return throw to first that results in a safe call because the batter runner was, well, safe. It's important to note that the runner from first was declared out at second by the second base umpire, so the first base umpire has no call on that runner. The batter runner isn't paying attention to the umpire, so that's not their fault. I do want you to notice that the first base umpire will point to the runner from first who is out after the action of the play is completed and clarify that that is the runner who is out.
I see Jose Moreno out there arguing, but I don't know what his argument is, honestly. It's like, what are you going to say?
First base umpire's first and only out mechanic was a point at R1 after the initial action, after the batter runner already left the base. The offensive team appeared confused after because they thought the line drive was caught, even though the umpire never signaled an out during the initial play.
Argument is, honestly, it's like, what are you going to say?
The manager does that out gesture, but again, as we discussed, there was no out mechanic until well after the initial action. So if he's upset about that, he's upset about something that didn't happen until later.
Technically, Rodriguez was safe. He touched the bag, but then he walked back like he was going to the dugout.
That's on the batter runner for leaving before the first base umpire signaled anyone out. But the question remains, could the first base umpire have done anything different?
I don't understand why Moreno's arguing with Chandler Durham. It was Spencer Kim, the first base umpire, that made a call here.
We'll talk about that in a second. What I want you to watch for is the first base umpire's mechanics on the initial play.
As the pitch is grounded to first, could be a double play. The second for one, Howard back to first. And the runner that was out.
The first base umpire signals fair, could have potentially signaled safe to indicate that that batted ball was not caught, but he never signaled out. That's the point.
He's getting ready. I think he's right on the cusp of getting thrown out.
I think so too. This is.
I mean, he's explaining it to him. But
we see crew chiefs step in to take complex arguments all the time. They're sort of the backup after the first umpire explains their initial point of view. Especially U1 is a rookie to AA this year, so he's getting a little backup from his crew.
Is what he's probably saying.
Well, I think the problem is, you run through the bag.
There it goes. Boom.
The reason for ejection, refusal to stop arguing, further delaying the game. This argument went on for quite some time.
You could tell it was coming.
Yeah.
I hate to say that.
And as the argument continues after the ejection, the home plate umpire arrives to escort the manager off the field.
Chewing a little bit too hard on the umpires.
He's going to hear it from this home crowd. What a weird play that was.
It was.
Thanks for the question, Paul. Like and subscribe. Be sure to visit us on closecallsports.com. We'll see you on the site.